Let's see how the spread operator works in JavaScript. So the idea is, let me start taking some notes here. So this is the spread operator. So as the name suggests, it expands the values of an iterable into where we have some functions which takes those kind of multiple values as an argument. So let's see with some examples. It might be an array, which is already an iterable, or it might be a string, or it might even be a set, for example. So let's add some values inside. For example, array would be 1, 2, 3, string will be some characters, and set it would be having some values inside. Cool. So what I can do is, for example, if I have a function which will take multiple arguments and do some operations like finding the minimum value of some values, right? So if I pass my array, what I expect is it would be 1, right? Among the values 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to find the minimum value. Or we can do some string operations. But first of all, let's see how this works. For example, if I debug, I would say minimum value is not a number, right? Because actually I could not pass multiple values here. I could pass only the array itself, the object itself. So what I can do is to expand the values of this iterable, I can use the spread operator here. So let's try it again. So this time minimum value is 1 as I expect. And then let's do some string operations. For example, I want to merge with some other string. And I want to merge with the characters inside this string, right? So what I can do is do this. It looks weird, right? And there is already some errors here, like expression expected. So actually, even JavaScript did not understand what I'm trying to do because, again, going back with the explanation of usage, we can use this by passing the values of an iterable by expanding them as an argument of a function. So here there is no function, right? So normally there should be a function which takes multiple values inside. So we can expand the values of this iterable as multiple values to pass a function. So I need a function here, otherwise I cannot use it as is like as a standalone value. So for example, if instead of just merging strings, if I do a concatenate function, now I have a function which expects some multiple values inside, right? It can be another string, so another single string means multiple number of characters. So this is what I can do here. And next we can try a set operation. But first let's see this new string as well. So here, okay, I can see another string concatenated by the values of this string. So string is iterable. I can iterate over the characters inside the string. So by using this spread operator, I already expanded all the characters of that string, which is the iterable object over characters. So I expanded all the individual characters, which means actually another string. So I could use the string itself, right? So let's try it out. So in this case, there is no difference. But let's try to do something else. Like as we said, for example, if I wanna do, for example, I wanna assign these values into another array like this. Again, I could not do, right? Because what I'm trying to do here is just take the values inside the array and assign into another array. But here, when I expand the values, it's not an array anymore. So it's just multiple values. So what I can do is, I need a function here, right? A function, and this will be the argument. So either I will add a function here, or I can just try to create another array, and inside I will pass multiple values. For example, finally we could use set as well, right, to see how it works. So if, for example, if I expand the values of set, then again I'm having some hard time to assign to a new variable, because what I can do is, again, I can make it an array, and then I can convert it to a set. Let me try to do it again. So if I want to use the expand operator on the set, sorry, this should be my set, right? So if I want to use expand operator, standalone to assign to a variable, it will not work. But what I can do is, either I can pass this to a function which takes multiple arguments, multiple values as an argument, or I can pass this to variable or the context of an array. And this is what I did here. So let's see if that works correctly. So I continue until the last line. So let's see all the values here. So these were my initial iteratives. And then here I get my minimum value, which turns out to be 1. Then I have the string value, which is the concatenation of string and another string. So I removed, but even if I use the spread operator, it would give the same result. And what is my new array here? It is again an array with values 1, 2, 3, right? Because what I did is I expanded the values of my array, and then I assigned into a new array. And here my new set is a set of 4 with the values 1, 2, 6, and 7. So what I did is, first of all, I assigned the values of a set. So actually we could do that separately, right? First of all, let's try to do this. Values of set as array. Okay, I think this is a better example. And then if I pass this array into the constructor of the set, then I will have the set version of the array. So let's see. And maybe I can have some duplicate values here, right? Because the meaning of set is having only unique numbers or values. So, okay, let's continue until here. What is set as an array? It is 1, 2, 6, 7. So actually, when I construct the set with duplicate values, it will already be disappearing. But if I add here, for example, let's see how it works. For example, this is an array. And then let's have another value here. For example, 2 again. Okay, so I think this is the best example so for this situation. So let's proceed up to this line again. So this time, okay, my array has some duplicate values, 2. First I have 2, and then I have the values of my set, which are 1 to 6, 7. And then if I try to convert this array into a set again, the expectation is the duplicating 2 will be gone, right? Is it? It is, yes. The duplicate 2 already disappeared in my set. So I guess this is the very basic usage of spread operator.